Hello, everybody. Sola Adelaja here. Welcome to another program with myself and Sola Adele on the Creative and Innovative Hour. Well, this is, a lot of people say this is their favorite program where we could talk about answers and solutions to African problems without religiosity and without being, cocky about it. Just practical, real practical stuff that can help real people to bring solution to everyday challenges that we are facing in Africa. And these problems are everywhere, but solutions are everywhere too. If we will look deep enough, if we will look carefully enough at our people and people around us, we will see that God has gifted us with talented people, people with capacity, people with understanding, people with intellectual ability, and even just giftings to be able to create, innovate, and invent for the solutions for Africans' problems. So that's what we're all about, and we're working, and we have a whole team of people working around the clock to make sure that these people who have the talents and the gifts to be able to provide solutions to Africa's problems, that they are helped, that they are assisted, and that they are discovered. So if you know people all over the world that are of African descent, they don't have to be from Nigeria, they could be from any country, but who have some giftings to create, to innovate, to invent, please, call them out for us. Write to us about them. Let's hear about them, what they can do, and let's profile them. Let's review them to the world. Let's unveil them to the world, and let's celebrate them. And maybe some help could come for them. Maybe they could get some assistance as well. And we're also doing everything from our own side to be able to raise up a system of support to this kind of people, for this kind of people. So, but today, the coordinator of this whole project is my co-anchor, Sola Adele. He's the one that came up to me with the idea that we should, even before, because I have my own plans in place, that what I want to do with the innovators and inventors in Africa. And I have a whole system and financial system and everything, but I cannot do all that while I'm here under my lawsuit and my fight with the Russians here. So I've got to be able to win my lawsuits and overcome these lawsuits here before I will be, when I get back, when I get out of here to Africa, that's when I will be able to access all my resources to be able to do what I wanted to do. But Sola said, in the meanwhile, we can just give them the platform. We can just use the profile and the visibility that we have to, profile these people and expose them to the world. And, I've seen that, yes, we are already helping a lot of people. A lot of people who have come on this platform have received a lot of help. And a lot of other people who have watched them too have been blessed tremendously. So this a fascinating program that we have here, the Creative and Innovative Hour. So let me introduce to you my partner, Mr. Sola Adele. Hello, bro Sola.
Hi, Dr. Sunday, and thank you to all our viewers. I'm happy to be here again, and we are ready for an exciting program. Please go and share, 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 share. Invite people, invite parents, children, kids, everybody. This is about changing Africa. This is about bringing the best, to effect a change in Africa. So please go and share. This program is going to be exciting today with my mentor, Dr. Sunday, and we're looking forward to your questions. If there's a way for you to call in, please go ahead. That will be made possible for you. But we're ready to roll, and please share, share, share. So today, Dr. Sunday, I don't know do you have something in opening, like an opening comment or something you want to share with us?
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea if you can recap our journey so far with the people,
Okay.
and
Okay.
yeah, let them hear the journey so far and the prospects that we have for the perspective, the
Oh,
prospects moving forward, and some of the things that people could expect in the days to come.
all right. Are we on Facebook? I'm just
Are we,
curious.
are we on Facebook?
Are we on
Yes,
Facebook
I think we are on Facebook.
now? Oh, okay.
I can see it
Okay.
now, but I suppose we are.
I'm trying to see on my end here. I'm not seeing us on Facebook. But let me
Okay,
go ahead
are
and
you on
get.
my Dr. Sunday Adelaja?
Uh, okay, no, I always get the notification. I go by the notification.
Oh, maybe the
Let me.
notification didn't come. Sometimes the
Right,
notification doesn't always comes. You know, sometimes the Facebook people, maybe I don't know, maybe their system could be faulty sometimes.
right.
So it's not always that their
Oh,
system
okay, okay,
goes through.
okay. Well, I see the I see the Facebook now.
Okay.
Yeah,
And the
I had to go to your channel. Right.
and it's there also, right?
Yes, I see. It's clear.
Yes. So
All right,
I thought you should tell us the story of the journey, for especially for the people
right.
who are just joining us, and you know where we are, the junction we are, and you know moving forward, what to expect next from us.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Sunday, and excited. And it's an honor to work with you across borders, across physical boundaries, and it's really an honor to work with you and the team. And most of our viewers have been with us since June the 3rd when we started. They know the story, but for those that are not,
It's unbelievable that we only started in June.
yes, yes, we just started
So
in
much
June.
impact already that almost unbelievable that we only started
Yes,
in
sir.
June. So
Yes.
much noise already
And
about this program.
so it's really amazing that we started in June. And for those that are joining us today, I'm just going to recap a little bit of what we have done and where we're at, and moving forward, what we hope to accomplish. Knowing that we started, I'm going to open up some documents. Before I do that, today I'm going to share something with us, those of us that are watching, which I titled Thinking Long and Wide. Thinking Long and Wide. So let me quickly go to our journey so far. We started in June the 3rd, and the purpose of this show, the purpose of this program, is to bring out the gifts, the treasures in Africa. Not only to bring out these treasures and present them to the world, but also to help these gifts, these treasures, these inventors and innovators, and help them to develop their skills, to develop their product. First of all, to benefit their local environment in Africa, to benefit their local environment in Africa. Then from there, they can now become a gift to the world. Africa has been called the dark continent, and most people. One funny thing that happened recently is that we will be using GoFundMe for some of our projects. One thing that happened recently on GoFundMe when I went there was that when I searched Africa on GoFundMe, I typed Africa. I looked at all the fundraising that is being done for people in Africa and causes in Africa. What I noticed was that 98% of these causes and all these people that are raising these funds, the purpose for them raising these funds is for either hunger in Africa, either to give medical supply, either to give one thing or the other in Africa. There is nobody, as I've searched, I've not searched the whole entire website, but from the little search I've made, I've not seen anybody raising any funds to support science and innovation in Africa. So to me, that seemed like people don't even believe, or people don't even understand that we have inventors and innovators in Africa. And that is the reason why, following the thoughts and the teachings of Dr. Sunday Adelaja, I decided and said, why don't we set up a platform to help these people to identify them from all corners of Africa? There are people, there are innovators in all parts of Africa doing great and amazing things. These are the same kind of people, we have them all over the world because they have the support system, they have the government, they have access to facilities in the Western world and other developed countries. They are able to scale all their invention and all whatever they are putting together. But in Africa, there is no support. There is no support either from government, either from individual. People always ignore things that start little in Africa. And that's one of the things I want to share today in the book of, because this is a science program, but I know some people will wonder, like, is he even a Christian? Is this even about, you know, people have, because people have questions all the time. So I'm going to use just one scripture to help us out this today for those that think in that line. In Zechariah chapter 4 verse 10, it says, "For who has despised the day of small things? But these things, these seven will be glad when they see the plumb in the hand of Zerubbabel. These are the eyes of the Lord which range to and fro throughout the earth." One of the things I'll be sharing today is about Africans not thinking or despising little things. In Africa, when we see someone doing something little, we overlook them and despise them. Anyway, regarding our journey so far, I came to Dr. Sunday when I saw his plan for Africa and that he's going to move to Africa. I have a business in the tech industry, and social media revolution have started since the new millennium. And I understand that there are things we can do on social media online even before Dr. Sunday gets to Africa. So that's why we presented and we got the approval from Dr. Sunday to set up the community. It's going to be on your screen as we go along in this program, a community of inventors, innovators, philanthropists, resource persons of African descent, from all over the world, from Africa and every part of the world. If you are of African descent, or you might have interest, or you might have that support in your mind, in your heart for Africa, we have a community for you. It is called DSA, Africa Creative and Innovative Community. So we set up that community to bring these people together. That is the first project we did. That's the first thing we did to achieve this goal, this vision of helping our people in Africa. The second one is we presented this program that we have brought so many people like Jeremalo, Nafito, the maker of Mafito, and all kind of people that are innovators and inventors. We brought them on this show, and just like Dr. Sunday said, we are so pleased that people are getting, you know, they are getting the blessing one way or the other. We're getting good feedbacks from these people who have come on this show. So we have done those two things. But we now said we won't only talk about problems in Africa. We won't only talk about the decadence in the church in Africa, because it is a known fact that Africa right now is in a bad place. Nations in Africa they are in a bad place. And what do we lack in Africa is development. And how do you develop a nation if you don't have industry, if you don't have science, if you don't have innovation? So we decided that we will not only talk the talk, but we will walk the walk. And because of that, through the support of Dr. Sunday and through his initiative, he gave us the approval to start what is called Africa Changers Fund. Africa Changers Fund. Africa Changers Fund is going to be a body of people. It's going to be a body of intellectuals. It's going to be a body of resource people that is going to transition to become an organization called the Africa Changers Foundation. So what we want to do right now is, in the coming week, a week or two from now, like I said in the last broadcast, we are starting on GoFundMe a page called Africa Changers Fund. where we are going to get support from all people of African descent from all over the world to support us as we build, as we put together, get registered in Houston, Texas, an organization called Africa Changers Foundation. And in that foundation, we are going to start to receive funds from all over the world, from people of African descent. And this fund is going to go directly, bypassing governments, bypassing organizations, bypassing individuals. It's going to go direct to inventors and innovators in Africa to fund their ideas. Because most of these people have ideas. We want to fund their ideas from the idea stage to take it to prototype stage, to become a working device, to become a working product, whereby investors can now invest in those products. And not only that, we want to put together a system on how we can help them protect their intellectual property, so that Africans can now benefit from the ingenuity of Africans. So right now, at this point, we are at the stage whereby we have gotten our graphics, we are getting our graphics together, we are getting our storyline together that is going to meet the standard of GoFundMe, and we are getting our funding account, whereby in the next 1 or 2 weeks, a team member of my team, I have an amazing team of people from all over the world. We have people from Nigeria, Ghana, Liberia in our team right now. And these people are located in America, in Canada, in Italy, in the UK, in Nigeria. We are all coming together to do this.
Can you tell us about a few of them and what they are responsible for?
Well, I'm so excited to have one of them with you in the studio there. His name is Itwa.
Yeah,
his name is Itwa, and he's
here,
a team leader. He's one of the team leader, and they are working with me regarding strategic planning, because now we don't have an organization yet, but we have teams. So they are the team leaders. We have Itwa, Mr. Itwa, and Mr. Caro. These are the leaders that work with me now. And outside of them, apart from them, we have other people that about 10 other team members that are working with us now.
Wow, 10 team members.
Yes,
beautiful,
other 10 team members.
Beautiful.
And these team members, we have accountants among them. We have project managers. We have CEOs. We have people in the media industry and people in graphic and art design. And these are amazing crop of individuals that have decided to, volunteer their time and their effort to make this vision a reality. One thing I realize is this: if you look at foundations across the world, you will always see foundations or non-profit organizations that come to Africa to support Africa, to give food and give all kinds of things. Most of these organizations are based in either America, the UK, Europe, or other parts of Africa. We have some organizations that are founded by Africans that are helping Africans as well. But now we are saying, let us do it together. Let's bring Africans from all over the world. We are not depending on, we are going to accept donations from government, from individuals, from corporations, but we are in a social media
era
age now. We're in the social media era now, where participation from the least of these, as we say it in Bible parlance, from the least of these, that is the smallest person, can effect a change in Africa. And the kind of because we will come in 2 weeks to explain the launch of this program. And one of the good things, one of the greatest features of this foundation is that When you donate to the foundation, you're also able to vote for a project that you want to be implemented. So now if we find inventors from Zambia, we find inventors from Ghana, we find another inventor from let me say Mali, 3 inventors, and these people come on the they come on the foundation website and they present their inventions. We want to support, but we can't support everybody at the same time. So what we do is that we present these inventors and their ideas on the website, on the foundation website. Then you that is donating to the foundation, you'll be able to look at each invention. You will be able to decide, because they will present to our donors to say, this is what I'm inventing, this is what I've invented. It's going to be good for the environment. It's going to be good for people. It's going to help the local economy. It's going to help the country itself to export this product. So you're going to decide, after you have donated, you're going to decide where your money should go to by voting for your favorite project. So it is at the end of the voting period when we see that this project has the highest vote, it tells us that majority wants this project, and that is what we will go for. That is what the money will be spent on, and we will help that inventor or innovator to move from the idea stage to prototype stage. And if there is enough money for that project at that time, we might even go into manufacturing or partnering with people. In the bottom line of what we're trying to do is that we want to bring out the best in Africa and use that best that we have in Africa to benefit Africa. To benefit Africa. When we have, you cannot help if you have not received help. It's the help you have received that you can render. So we want to help these people that are going to help our society. It's not always about food. They say this, they say, you can give fish to a man and he will live for a day. But if you teach that man how to fish, then you have given him something to live for life. You've given him something for life. So Africa, we should be tired of receiving handouts. What we want to do, the Chinese help themselves, the Indians help themselves. India is about to take over, as India already has taken over. If you guys know, India already has taken over from France as the number 4 biggest economy in the world. So how did they do it? All Indians coming together and working together and benefiting their country. So now Africa, it is now our time, especially with this gift of social media, the internet, whereby I am in America here and Dr. Sunday is able to trust me with this responsibility. Without social media, without the communication, without me coming online like this, it will be difficult. So now we are using what we have to benefit our people. The world needs a better Africa. The world needs Africa that can contribute to the development of the world. So if Africa can get to, for example, let's say the GDP of Africa is maybe 1 trillion. If Africa can get to a GDP of 4 trillion, that is a benefit to the world. That is a benefit to Africans. So that is where we are now. In the next 1 or 2 weeks, we'll be presenting to you Africa Changers Fund on GoFundMe, and you'll be able to donate and join Dr. Sunday and myself and the team and every lover of good and progress in Africa to start to do something now in Africa. Thank you so much, Dr. Sunday.
Beautiful. Now, but what do you think? I think personally that one of the major challenges we're having in Africa in regards to technology and, innovation and invention and all that, creativity, has to do with churches. I'm sorry. It's a pity that I have to say this, but the churches have killed innovation and creativity For example, I know one person in Nigeria who is an inventor himself.
Right.
But when he came to church, he went to see his pastor and to talk to
Right.
him about the ideas he had to create. I mean, he was supposed to be creating things like, iPhone, iPad. He had all these ideas. And he had so many
Right.
computers, better computers than we have, better laptops than we have right now. And he had them ready.
Right.
He already had the prototype, but he just needed to produce them en masse.
Right.
And when he went to his pastor, this is one of the biggest churches in Nigeria. This is the one from Port Harcourt area, the biggest church in that area. And the pastor
Right.
just told him that, okay, no problem, no problem. So, it's good that you have passion for this invention and things like that, but those things are they are secondary. The real thing that really matters in this kingdom is for you
Right.
to be a minister, fivefold ministry. So just leave those things out there. You leave them. You go and serve God. When you serve God, God knows what to do. He will find people to do invention and things like that. But you just have to serve God. So that
Wow.
means you don't serve God when you invent solution for humanity. When you bring
Right.
solution for medicine, for cancer, for diabetes, and you bring solution for transportation, for computer, for
Right.
like social media that we're having right now, that is nothing. That is no, just come here and serve God. So you know what this guy did? The guy went, closed his workshop, closed his laboratory, and for the next 10 years, he was helping the pastor to carry his Bible and running up and just sitting there in the office. Anything the pastor tells him to go and do, he will go and do it. Go and put water in the cup, he will go and put it. Go and just attend to people, put them on the line so that they will,
Wow.
for 10 years, this guy just closed down his invention, everything, closed them down, and just was carrying pastor's Bible in the church for 10
Wow.
years until he started listening to me. So that's why because they were all looking for miracles, that God will just wake up one day miraculously and just bring those his inventions to fruition. I just wrote a book today. I'm just releasing it today. Actually, it's a pre-order that I'm doing, pre-release, about miracles.
Right.
Our emphasis on miracle is killing the Nigerian church. And this book is called What Miracles Will Not Do For You. So would miracle invent computer for you? Will miracle
No,
heal our?
no.
Will miracle fix our economy? Will miracle,
No way.
increase our GDP? Will miracles increase our standard of living and the income of our people from being the poorest country in the world to be the richest? Will miracle build our infrastructures? Will miracle build our factories? It's only innovation and invention that can do this. So this is my latest
Right.
book. And this is another book I want to get to the hand of all Africans everywhere. And this book, so we have put it out there for pre-order. So for a week, those of you who will order it for a week, it's going to be there for you for almost like free of charge. But you have to go and get it for $1. $1 something on Kindle. So you can go and order it right now for $1 on Kindle. And not just now, this whole week you can go and order this book so that you will send it to your people at home and you yourself will read it. That miracles is good. We believe in miracles, because when I begin to talk like this, people think that I don't believe in miracles. No, I believe in miracles and God uses me to do miracles too. But there are some things that miracles will not do for you. So that's what this book is about. What miracles would not do for you? What miracles would not do for you? So this is the book. So I'm asking you now, this thing we are doing, innovation, creativity,
Right.
Invention, technology,
Right.
to solve Africa's problem, and our people are in churches praying that God will do it. Will miracles do the technological innovations that we need in Africa to raise up Africa from the dust we are in? Will miracle do that for us, or we still need to do what we need to do? That is why I wrote this book, I thought you would be excited about this particular book. That's why I'm talking about
Oh,
it in this program.
yes, I'm excited about it, and not only that, I've been excited about the things you have been doing for over 15 years now. So so everything you've been doing, I've been excited about it, and that's why, I've been following you, and you have been an innovator for before we even know what innovation is. Before I know what really innovation is all about. And what I see that you have always done is you make a discovery in God. You make a discovery inside of God, and you bring out those discoveries and bring out and explain to everybody what you have discovered in God. And for that book, everybody needs to get it. I need to go on Amazon and look at it. So what you said, that someone had an invention and went to his pastor, and he was locked up for 10
years.
That is, he was an innovative man, was locked up for 10
because
years.
the Bible told him that what you need is one miracle, one day of favor is better than, is it 10 years of labor. So I have a book that is God. You just need God's miracle. That's why I say the miracle will not do the invention. No. Miracle will not build the tractors. So miracle will not build the automobiles. So miracle will not build the planes. So miracle will not build the agricultural mechanization that we need. Though there are some things that miracles will not do. That's why I want to get this book into the hands of Africans. Do you know how many? It's just one story I told you about this man. You know how many inventors are in churches like that?
That's right. That's right. And I to share my little experience. I pastored in Nigeria before coming over here, and when I pastored, when I went to that church, I discovered that there are a lot of jobless and homeless youth in that church. Then you have the older people that have some money. Some are working in institutions and stuff like that. So there is a great divide among these groups, the youth and those that are elderly a little. The youths are jobless and homeless. But by God's grace, through the teachings we were teaching them, a lot of them start going back to school. One particular young man, he was in that church, he was jobless and homeless. And he was almost like somebody that don't have a goal in life. It was more like somebody because negative reports are always coming to me about him. So much negative. It's like he's always doing something wrong here, something wrong there. But what I noticed is that time we have mobile phones. What I noticed is that this boy has a gift of fixing mobile phones. He will split open mobile phones, fix it. People have problem with their mobile phones, he will fix it. I'm trying to contrast, So I saw that he had that gift. Anytime I see him, I will encourage him about his gift. I will encourage him about his gift. I will always be looking at the positive side of his attitude. So most times he will come to my house. Sometimes he will expect me to not attend to him, but I will receive him. But guess what, Dr. Sunday? This young man now is married. Is a friend on Facebook now. This young man is a contractor with Chevron in Nigeria. He is doing multi-million-dollar projects in the oil industry now. He did not even go to university. He's doing million-dollar projects with Chevron, with the oil industry in Nigeria now. So I found out that the church, just like you said, has killed a lot of talents. A lot of talents. And how do we revive these people? First of all, Dr. Sunday, my first crude solution is this, for those watching us and those that are going to watch us now. Okay, take your tithe and offering and put into Africa Changers Fund. Simple. Do that first. Do that first.
But it doesn't have to be in Africa's Changers Fund. It could be in anybody that you believe in that is doing a good job.
Yes.
It could be in
Just
any
take your
inventor,
money out.
innovator around you, somebody
Right.
that has vision, like that young man, like you
Right.
impacted that young man. Anybody that has
Right.
any dream, any vision, go and invest in people. God died for
Go and
people, not
invest
for
in.
building, not for organizations.
Right.
God died for individuals. You go and
Right.
invest your money, your tithe and offering, if you believe in tithe, or it doesn't have to be because of course it's coming upon you or something, but because you have to give
Right.
back. Give back to people, give
Right.
back to God. God gave you everything. Go and give to people who need it. It could change their fortune in a huge way.
Right. And that now brings me to my topic today, which I talked about and said it is thinking long and wide.
You need to put
Thinking
off
long.
the something in your place.
Yes, I just
Okay,
did.
okay.
Yeah, thinking long and wide. This is a program where we are offering solutions, and there are different levels of solution that we need in Africa. And you have always talked about it. You have books on thinking, thought process, and all that. And I want to, for all our viewers today, our African viewers and Africans all over the world, to say thinking long and wide. Why did I say thinking long and wide? Some people will say thinking for the long term. It is one thing to think for the long term on the basis of yourself. Like now, you can have a
Shola,
plan, a
I'm
10-year
going
plan.
to interpret you a little bit, interrupt you a little bit. Can you
Right,
tell your own story too a little bit? That instead you are an inventor, you are an
right,
inventor, a natural inventor, but then when you go
right.
to church, they converted you into a pastor until God had
Yes.
to deliver you. So let's start with that. Let's start with you. Let's start with
Okay.
you being, start with yourself, with your story of you, and then, people will now understand what you mean by, thinking long and whatever you say. But it will be
Right,
good for you to tell them that you know what you are talking about. You yourself, you are not thinking long, you are not thinking deep, because you just believe these pastors. And how many these people in the churches that are believing their so-called GOs and bishops and just converting everybody into pastor? Everybody in Nigeria that
right,
has any capacity is a pastor now. So, and you
right.
you you can escape that system, and you are in America, you are an inventor now, American inventor.
Right.
So that is what we need to deliver our people from.
All right. Let me share my story, like you said. And at this point, I have a company that is online, that gives online real-time employment solution to companies and professionals in the ambulance industry. That is the company I have now, which gives real-time employment solutions. And not only that, I've now started having people calling me wanting consultations in different areas. But how did I get to this point? And I have several inventions. My first invention is which I submitted with the United States Patent and Trademark Office recently, because my inventions come to me, usually my ideas come to me in my sleep state when I'm sleeping, or sometimes
In
when
your
I'm in
what? In
deep
your
thought.
what did you say? Sleep
My
state?
ideas, my ideas and my inventions come to me in the sleep state.
Okay.
Yeah, when I'm sleeping.
But that is, you know what? That is exactly what happened to no Nikola Tesla.
Yes,
Yeah, Nikola
yes.
Tesla used to have all his inventions and his ideas coming to him in a dream.
Yes, it comes in a dream. And there is one, I have a new invention now that I've just described and put aside. It just, because sometimes I will ask myself, like, do I still have that gift? Is it still in me? Then one day, all of a sudden, boom, I just get the idea. in my dream, I wake up and I'm able to write it down, figure out
Wow.
everything.
But you know, my own
So,
idea, my own invention come through thinking and through
okay.
associative thinking.
Yes, and like you said, through associative thinking, which is for me, that is like my background because I'm very inquisitive. I ask a lot of questions. I search things out and I gather information.
You that
I
one
believe,
started, that inquisitiveness started when you were small, eh?
yes,
You
because
see,
when I
can
was
you
small,
imagine if you had been discovered? If that thing has been discovered in you, that this man is an inventor with this
right,
inquisitiveness since we are young, you would not have become that
right.
pastor in that church.
Right, because with my inquisitive, being inquisitive, and I joined the church, and what I noticed is when I joined the church, there are different kind of ideas I come up with because I am prolific in the sense that in my inventions, not only inventions, ideas, systems, forming teams and all kind of stuff. So when I work in the church, I come up with different ideas. What happens even in the church is that when you come up with different ideas, they will tell another person to implement your idea. So they will
That is
relegate you
it.
to the
That
background.
is the religious cabal system.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
you
Because
have come face to face with religious cabal.
yes, you will come up with idea, and for example, there is a church I was in Port Harcourt. I set up a lot of things. There is even what they call I set up like a news station within the church, whereby announcements in the church are given like we see on CNN and all that. But a lot of things that I come up with, they are still using it till now. So what happens in the church is that they bring people inside. All the gifts they have, it is only to benefit. There is nothing like bringing people together with their gift to benefit people outside of the church. So most churches now is like people that are outside of the church, it is we against them. They are
What do you
different.
mean? What do you mean we against them?
So it's like people in the church, that like a church now.
Uh-huh.
You can imagine a church that is existing on a street, and this church is bringing in, let's say for example, 1 million naira every Sunday.
Okay.
That's just a conservative estimate.
Yeah.
But the road on that street is so bad that people driving on that street, they have to repair their cars every time. Their cars don't even last. Because of that, there is no commerce, there's no economic well-being for the people of that street. But this same church is receiving 1 million every Sunday. So
That is
the
exactly
church,
what my book is about the church creating economic recession.
right? So the church people believe that what we are getting is for us.
Okay.
Those people outside of the church, they are people of the world. Let them take care of themselves. So it's like we are here, they are there, we against them. But how do you impact the world if you cannot bring out that 1 million that you are getting every week to fix the road? When you fix the road, even everybody on the street will come to your church to come and discover, okay, what is this church about that they fix
But
this
the
road? That
people
means
in the
we can
church
learn.
too, Shola, the people in the church too are deceiving themselves. They think that what they
Right.
get is for them, but it's not for them, it's for the cabal. Because the
It's not for
pastors,
them.
when they have problems, when they run into issues, the pastors will not give them their money back. The pastors are
Right.
just collecting. It is actually them against us. They are
Right.
actually also going to be in the loss when
That's
when they run into situations of life. The same way they have
right.
treated the people who are in the world now, that is the way those same cabals will treat them when they run into situations in life.
That's right. And that's why I said on one of my thoughts that I put together today, it says, think big and live small. Think big and live small. In Africa, what is happening is think small and live big.
Whoa, wow,
You know?
wow, 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 wow.
Everybody wants to live big, but they think small.
Well said, well said, well said. Well said.
But the best way is to think big and live small. There is a quotation that I want to put up. I shared with the team. I hope they can put it up today for people to read.
Quotation.
And we're going to read it together.
Okay. We're
Before
going to
I now
put it
share
on now.
who gave that quotation and the story behind that quotation.
Go ahead.
Because Africans, we don't think. Most of us don't think. And what happens is that when we see somebody doing something, every one of us want to do the same thing without even knowing the reason why that person is doing that thing. Without even learning from that person, why did you do it? How are you able to do it? So that is why from this individual that made this quotation, I was able to realize from his life story and the way he lived his life, this man thinks big, but he lives small. In Africa, once somebody acquires wealth, the next thing he's thinking is how to buy the biggest house on the block. The next thing he's thinking is how to drive the biggest car on the block, to show everybody that he has everything. But when it comes to thinking big and putting things together to benefit other people, Africans, most of us don't think like that. That is why even in the developed world where we are living, one of the things you use to differentiate.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I think the quotation is up already.
Let me see. The first one.
Which one is the first?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Which one is the first one?
Yes, that's it. That's it on the screen.
Look for people.
Yeah, I'm going to read it.
Okay.
So everybody, you can read it. Let our viewers read it as well. No, not this one. The first one that was there. It says to laugh often and much.
Okay.
Yes. I want our viewers to really, really listen to what we're talking about, to really, really go back and think. The capacity to think, is what God gave us. Is the first one. It says to laugh often and much. That's the first.
Yes.
The first.
Do you have it?
I'm not.
We have it on the screen already.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. So it says to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better. That phrase there, that's what Dr. Sunday is all about. If you can cap up Dr. Sunday's life there, he said to leave the world a bit better. Then it says, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. That is to have succeeded. I need our people to read this quotation and go think. Just go think. This person here did not say anything about themselves.
Did you mention the name of who is the quotation from?
I purposely didn't put the name there because I want our people to first think about the quotation first.
Okay.
So I will talk about the quotation first. When I saw this quotation, I put it because the person that made this quotation, he put it on his refrigerator. And he put it on his refrigerator, and he's been on his refrigerator for up to 20 years. It has been the principle by which he lived his life. When I heard about this quotation, I typed it, printed it, and put it by my own refrigerator too. And it's through the life of this person, because I follow all these people a lot, that I'm able to come out with these two points. Number one, think big and live small. Then number two, have an end game. Number two, have an end game. I know some of our people may know who it is, and they have been suggesting on the on the video now. A lot of people are suggesting, but I'm going to tell you, the person that made this quotation is the richest man in the world right now. His name is Jeff Bezos. As at the last time I checked, this man is worth $161 billion.
Wow.
That is Jeff Bezos that said that. When Jeff Bezos was, I think he was a billionaire at that time, he was still driving a Honda Accord 1993 model.
What year was that?
I can't remember what year it is, but I saw a documentary where he's driving his Honda Accord. It is 1993 model. He was driving it maybe about in 2011 or 2014 or something like that. So these people are able to live very simple while they are changing the world. But our people are ready to live big while they are not even changing the life of their gate man. They are ready to live big while they can't even change the life of their cook or their steward or anybody working with them. So if we look at this quotation, we will be able to know, we will be able to understand how some of these people think. Somebody wants to be the biggest rising star or the only moon in his village or in his town. That's his goal. So that everybody will roll on the ground to worship him. But this is somebody that don't even know Jesus Christ. I don't know if he knows Jesus Christ or even if he goes to church like we go to church. Recently, this man gave $2 billion just to help, I think it was homeless children. He set up a foundation for $2 billion to help homeless children. And you know, our people need, like I said when I began, I said thinking long and wide. So it's one thing to think long. Our people, some people can think long. You can have a 5-year plan, 10-year plan, 15-year plan about what you want to do, what you want to achieve for yourself or your family. But that is a step. But there's another way of thinking where you can think wide. Thinking wide means you are thinking on behalf of everybody. You are thinking on, and that is what Jeff Bezos is all about. There is some business I'm about to do with Amazon that I called them recently. I called Amazon, and the way the person on the other end of the phone was so pleasant to me, the way this person spoke to me with respect, with all kind of cheerfulness, the way this person made me feel, I now understood, number one, how Amazon has become a $1 trillion business, number one. Then the second thing, how Jeff Bezos always said everything about their business is about their customer. They just want their customer to be happy. You know, so we now need to start thinking like this. Africans don't think long. They don't. Okay, for example, Dr. Sunday, I'm going to share this. We started this this broadcast, and we started the community. We started the community. Now we want to start ACF, Africa Changers Fund. Most of our Africans, they get quickly excited about any new things. They get excited very quick, very fast. But the thing is that excitement dies very quickly. Once there is no other dose of something new that's going to, you know, make them excited, they change their focus. Their focus is taken away. But somebody like Jeff Bezos, somebody like people that are changing the world, they start small and they continue on that thing that is small and they pursue it. Most people that succeed in life, success that we call overnight success, the minimum, especially when it has to do with the business world, the overnight success takes minimum of 10 years. But our African people have so short a span of focus that when they start something today, it's not working tomorrow, it's not working the next day, their focus have shifted. They have
It's
abandoned
about
that.
the quick fix mentality.
Quick
It's
fix
still about the
mentality.
miracle mentality. Miracle.
Yeah.
Quick fix.
Yeah.
You know, getting
Quick
something
fix.
for nothing.
Getting something for nothing, because you don't want to go through the process. Like you used to share, Dr. Sunday, you said the process of production.
Yes.
Production takes a process. Most of our people don't want to go through the process. And we are saying here, okay, now we want to establish a fund. It's not just about the fund. Some people now will focus on the fund. They're thinking of the money. No, it's funny. People will start to think of the money. The money is only part of the process. The most important thing in what Dr. Sunday is doing is changing your mind. Your mind has to change first.
Yeah.
Your mind, and that is why Dr. Sunday has so many programs on YouTube. And I was talking with my brother Itu. I'm sorry to mention your name now, but I was talking with brother Itu, who is a very one of our team leaders in the initiative we are putting together now. And he was telling me about this mind change that when he met Dr. Sunday, he had to go through a drastic mind change. And that is the beauty of what Dr. Sunday is doing. Mind change first. And when we started the community on Facebook, I said everybody that will join that community has to go watch and listen, just like Dr. Sunday said, to 200 messages minimum. 200 messages of Dr. Sunday. 200 messages minimum. When you listen to, because you don't know how much damage has been done by these African churches. You don't know. You may not know. So I'm going to digress a little bit and go to the next quotation here. I'm going to share with us before I even talk about who gave this quotation. The one that says, if it's on the screen, it says, look for people who have lots of great questions.
Yes, I think you have it. We have it on the screen.
Okay. It said, look for people who have lots of great questions. Look for people who have lots of great questions. Smart people are the ones who ask the most thoughtful questions, as opposed to thinking they have all the answers. Great questions are a much better indicator of future success than great answers. You see, it said look for people who have lots of great questions. Look for people that have lots of great questions. And the people in the world, the group of people that have the greatest questions are kids, children.
Good idea.
Look, it said the people with the most questions in this world, they are children. And this is one thing I try to implement or try to encourage my kids. When the smallest one, my smallest child, asks a lot of questions, then the bigger ones, they will be saying, oh, that's a dumb question. Why are you asking that question? What do you? I'm like, you all need to keep quiet. Let her ask a question and she's going to get an answer.
Yeah.
So this person here says, look for people with lots of great questions, because when you have questions, inventors, innovators, we are encouraging you in Africa to keep asking those questions. If you are in a church, ask questions. Why is this like this? Why is that like? Ask questions. Let the questions start inside of you, then let it start to come out of your mouth. Ask questions. He said, as opposed to thinking they have all the answers. The wise people ask questions, but the foolish people think they have answers. It says, great questions are much better indicator of future success than great answers. Then the final quotation here, before I now share who made this quotation and talk about the person himself, is the one that says, in retrospect, This one is talking about failure, because we understand that failure is part of life. You're going to fail. As like the founder of Facebook said, fail as often as you can, but learn from those failures. Okay, the last one, let's put up the last quotation here. The last quotation says, in retrospect. It said, in retrospect, my crash, that is my failure, was one of the best things that ever happened to me, because it gave me the humility I needed to balance my aggressiveness. I learned a great fear of being wrong. I learned a great fear of being wrong that shifted my mindset from thinking I am right to asking myself, how do I know I am right? And I saw clearly that the best way to answer this question is by finding other independent thinkers who are on the same mission as me and who see things differently from me. By engaging them in thoughtful disagreement, I'd be able to understand their reasoning and have them stress test mine. So somebody that thinks, there are a lot of intelligent people. Dr. Sunday, there are so many intelligent people in Nigeria that they have even given up on life because they don't even know how to go about using their intelligence to either helping themselves or helping their society. And one thing I noticed, Dr. Sunday, is that Africans in diaspora, they always live like islands. You will see somebody that is an African in diaspora who is a scientist, is hidden somewhere in America in maybe a research institution. He's just hidden there. He's doing amazing things for America and the world, and he's hidden there. All he does is to benefit his family, go to work, come back, live his simple life, enjoy the American dream, and just, live like that. And that is the same thing that happened in the book of Esther. Mordecai told Esther, see, you have been brought to the kingdom for such a time like this. You can be in the kingdom, you can be in the palace, enjoy all the good things of the palace, and your people are perishing outside. He said, but when this perishing come, are you sure you are going to escape? So the question is, Africans in diaspora, are you living by yourself? What are you doing? And the thing here, another thing here is this, that we all know, is that some Africans in diaspora, what they now do is to even support their families back home. That is why Dr. Sunday shared, you did a report, you did some analysis the other day about the amount of money that have been sent to Africa, to families in Africa, that is in the billions of dollars. And Africa is still the way it is. Because what happens is that you want to help just your family. When you send money to help your family,
$30 billion a year.
$30 billion a year. And Africa remains the same way it is. Oh God Almighty. So the way I see it, you're sending money to just your family, and your family members already see you as a milking cow. Before you send that money, they have planned what to use that money on. And what they use that money on is nothing that benefits nobody, because that is the reason why they keep coming back to you to ask for more. If you are putting money or you're supporting somebody with money and the person keep coming back for more, that means that person is more or less a drain. Is more or less a drain. Just like Dr. Sunday said, look for people in your area. There's somebody that is developing things, that is trying to do this, they're trying to do that. Support these people. Support these people. So this quotation here is by Ray Dalio. Those of you searching, because Jeff Bezos is well known, but Ray Dalio is not well known. So those of you that are searching, you can search Ray Dalio. His name is spelled Raydalio. And as at the last time I checked, maybe this morning, Ray Dalio is worth about $18 billion. So the peculiar thing about Ray Dalio is this, which I've gotten and learned some things from him. Two things that I'm able to get from his life story, his history, and the things he shares is: number one, failure is a friend. Failure is a friend. Failure is a friend. Those of you watching now, just know that failure is your friend. Dr. Sunday has a book that says, is it unemployment or joblessness is the best thing that can ever happen to you?
Yes.
So failure is your friend. Then number two is never give up. The story behind Ray Dalio is that he set up an hedge fund called Bridgewater. I think he set it up in the 60s. In the 60s or in the 70s. So what happened is that in 1982, after making a lot of money, I believe millions of dollars, in 1982, Ray Dalio now confidently predicted that global economy is heading towards a depression. So when he did that, he said global economy is heading towards a depression. Because he believed so much in what he asserted, he now started selling all the stocks he had. I believe maybe even stocks of his customers, because it's an hedge fund. He sold all the stocks he had because he believed where the global economy is going towards depression. That means if he had a stock of $50 per share that time, what he believed is that in the next 6 months or 1 year, that $50 a share was going to be worth maybe $2 a share. So because he believed that, he sold all the shares he had. But he was dead wrong.
Wow.
He was dead wrong. What happened in 1982 was that the economy of the world now went I think it was the longest winning streak, that the economy started going up and up and up for the next, I believe, about 15 to 20 years. So this man was dead wrong. So what happened is that he sold all these shares and he became broke.
Wow.
He had to pay off all his employees. He was so broke that, let me read what he said here. He said he was so broke that he lost so much money that he could not afford to pay the people that work for him. He said to make ends meet, he even had to borrow $4,000 from his father.
Wow.
Until he could sell his second car. This man was almost down and out. And why? The reason is because he felt he knows better than everybody. He felt he knows better than everybody. But God helped him, I believe, because of his heart. A lot of people, I believe, God relates to us because of our heart. God saw his heart and God helped him. And he also, through his ingenuity and his hard work, not just God helping him, through his ingenuity and hard work, he was able to learn and recover from that loss. And now his company recovered, not only recovered, the asset that he is managing right now is $160 billion, I believe.
Wow.
Now he's managing 100. So because of that failure, he said that is when he learned the greatest lessons of his life. And this man, it is through him I'm implementing some things I learned from him. And you will see through this quotation here. He said in the last part, he said, by engaging them in thoughtful disagreement, I'd be able to understand their reasoning and have them stress test mine. This man now came up with a system of teamwork, synergizing with other people and brainstorming. He came up with a system, that is, he implemented it in his company, whereby any decision is making. I'm a smart person, I'm an intelligent person, but I can never be an island. He gathered a lot of intelligent people, they enter into a room, they start to brainstorm about ideas. And that's what people like Jeff Bezos, Amazon, Apple, and other things. But contrast that to our African people. Not all African. When I say Africa, when we are making this comment, we're not talking about every African is like this, but we're talking of the generality. Most Africans will not work with a team. Most Africans that have companies, they want to be the beginning and the end of that company. So when they travel to pay their workers or to operate the business, everything comes to a standstill. Because most of us feel like we are smarter than everybody else. But the biggest companies in the world today, what they do is they're just looking for the best talent. That's why they spend money. They recruit the best talent, put them together in one room, give them a task, and they brainstorm, and before you know it, great results come out. And that's why they always give credit to their teams. They always give credit to their team, because you can never be smarter than everybody. So what are we saying? We need to think long and wide as Africans. We need to think long and wide. I spoke with my tech partner who helps me develop the IT infrastructure of my company recently. And he told me about some amazing thing that is going on in Nigeria, especially Lagos State. Dr. Sunday, you won't believe the amount of talent. Okay, for us to be able to explain it, for us to be able to explain the talent that we have in Africa and in Nigeria as well, is that Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, he visited some particular cities in Africa. People like that don't just travel. They travel for a reason. So he saw that there is an ecosystem of developers, of innovators in Africa and in Nigeria. And that's why he traveled there. I found out through my tech partner, there are some companies in Nigeria now that not only that are they doing well, but people from the Western world now recognize them. There is one CEO in one of the biggest companies, one of the big companies in the world, that was recommending a company that is in Nigeria, that is recommending a company that is in Lagos. And he said, we are behind them, we support them, because they belong to the fastest growing sections of the world. So what are we saying? We can do this. We can do this in Africa. We're not talking about the money. A lot of people would think of, no, we're not talking about the money. The money is just the end. The money is at the tail end. The money is just to put idea. Like I put it this way, finance is simply the wheels that drives innovation. It's simply the wheels. It just helps innovation to move. Finance is not the main thing. It's innovation. It's people's life being changed that is the main thing. So for this reason that I've brought this quotation and all this that I've talked about, and I know we have little time, I'm going to share steps in doing the most good and changing your world. I think there are just 5 of them, and I'm going to take them quickly for those that are listening today. Number one is step away from yourself. Step away from yourself. You need to take a step away from yourself. We're always thinking about me, myself, and I. We need to change. Like I used to say, like I always say, we are extension of what God has put in Dr. Sunday's heart. Dr. Sunday have talked about this so many times, but as we are extensions of him, we'll also reiterate the same thing. Take a step away from yourself. If you are an innovator, you're an inventor, you want to change your world, wherever you are in Africa, any part of the world you are. Take a step away from yourself. Number 2, take a look at the human condition. Beautiful. Take a step away from yourself, then take a look at the human condition. Jesus will always look, the Bible says compassion. Jesus will have compassion. He will look at the human condition and he will have compassion. And once he has that compassion, what to do will just come to him. He will have something to do. Take a step away from yourself, number 1. Number 2, take a look at the human condition. Is the condition of your area good? You see people, I will always use Nigeria because Nigeria is my home country and that's where I've been. That's where I can get my examples from. I've not been to other parts of Africa. In Nigeria, you have somebody that will buy a car that is worth maybe $1 million. He will buy it from other parts of the world, any part of the world. Then he will bring it to Nigeria to drive on roads that are not suited for that kind of car. That is kind of madness. That doesn't make sense. So you need to look at the condition. What can you do to better the condition around where you are? That's number two. Then number two, we need people that will have wholesome thoughts. Wholesome thoughts. When I say wholesome thoughts, you're not thinking about just yourself, your family. You are thinking about the whole environment where you live. You are thinking, one thing happened to me when I ministered in Ogoni. When I ministered in Ogoni in Nigeria, it's so volatile there. There's so much violence there that I knew that, and the Bible says it. It said for us to live in peace, we have to pray for everybody. We have to pray for everybody and make sure things are good. So for you to live in peace, you have to take care of everybody. So what happened is that it's so violent over there. What I did was to make sure I pray for everybody. Because if I don't pray for everybody to be in peace, then myself, I won't be in peace. So wholesome thoughts. Wholesome thoughts is about thinking on behalf of everybody. Not about yourself, thinking on behalf. For example, let's say you live in a fishing community. Recently, the fish that's been caught is not enough. Maybe you live in a fishing community and you used to catch at least, let's say, $5,000 worth of fish every day. But as the years go back through the environment, you're not able to catch only $1,000 worth of fish. Wholesome thinking means that you now go and do a study. What is really happening to the fish in the water where we are? Then you are able to discover that, oh, maybe there's an oil spill, maybe there's overfishing, maybe there's some chemicals or whatever. You now think like that. When you think like that, you'll be able to get solutions that will now help everybody. Wholesome thoughts, wholesome thinking. The fourth one is look at systems in nature. God, everything we discover in the world now, God has already made it. We are only discovering what God has made already. So there are systems in nature. For example, the company I have started that I'm running now, one of the examples I got that I've been able to set up the model of my company, the example I got was from nature. When you look at nature, especially the ocean, the water system. Anyway, systems in nature will help us to be able to think about ways to provide solutions, because nature always takes care of itself. Nature, you can imagine what we have done to the earth, but the earth still takes care of itself. And the final one is ocean strategy. Ocean strategy is what that is what I use in setting up my company. Ocean strategy, what I did is I watch a lot of documentary about the ocean, about fish in the water. And this is something Africans will feel is stupid. Africans in diaspora, they don't take vacations, number one. When I say vacation, I mean separating themselves from 9 to 5 and just secluding themselves to study other things, number one. Africans don't look at nature, don't even have time to appreciate nature. So the ocean strategy is that when I watch a lot of documentary about the ocean, I realize that the whale and the shark and all those big fish we see, you will not believe what sustains them. You would think what sustains the shark or what sustains the whale, especially the shark. You would think what sustains the shark is by feeding on other big fishes, other fishes. No, that's not what sustains the shark. What sustains the shark it starts with temperature. It starts with water. The temperature of the water will allow some organisms to grow in that water. When those organisms grow in the water, there is what is called planktons. Planktons, they are small animals that is really hard for you to even see them. Those planktons now feed on those plants inside of the water. And when they feed on that, anywhere there's a lot of planktons, those tiny fishes will come for those planktons. Then those tiny fishes, other bigger fishes will come for them. Then before you know it, the bigger fishes will start come, and before you know, the whole ecosystem is working. So we need to create systems that we know that people cannot do without. What you have invented, what you are innovated, is this something that people can't do without? Those are the ways we think. It's not for you to just think of something and it's not sustainable. Look at Amazon. Everybody was selling stuff online before Amazon, but Amazon looked at it and said, books. People can never do without books. And before you know it, Amazon started selling books online, and nobody can do without Amazon today. Today, Amazon is going to be bigger than Apple, everybody, because they sell things that everybody need every day. So if you're an inventor, innovator, think of things like the ocean strategy I said. Think of things that people cannot do without. Things that are going to support people, things that are going to support life. And those are the strategies. Those are the ways of thinking long and wide. So those are my thoughts today. I know we're almost out of time, and I want to appreciate everybody for watching. Over to you, Dr. Sunday, for your comments. Sir.
Good job. Good job. You might need to put off your sound over your receiver over there.
All right.
Good job.
Yes.
All right, guys, that is it for today. I would like to say thank you to Sola because he's sharing with you some of the ideas that made him to be who he became and to make him to be where he is. And we are going to keep on using this platform to be a place where we can develop others, where we could give platform to others and help others, not just by bringing people to testify, but by sharing some insights, just like Sola did today. And again, I want to remind you of my new book, my latest book that is just coming out. We just released it for pre-order for this week. So those of you who want it for ship, and we put it out there for ship especially for $1 something, so that you'll be able to get it for people in Africa and people of African descent. So this book is about miracles. That we have too much emphasis on miracles, and there are some things miracles will not do. What miracles will not do is this new book. So if you go to Amazon Kindle, you'll be able to find it on Amazon and order it for yourself. What miracles will not do for you? What miracles will not do? Of course, God is a God of miracles, and He can do a lot of things, but there are some things fundamentally that God will not do through miracles for you. So it's better for you this book is going to open your eyes wide, and you will discover that a lot of the things that we are doing in church, we are just wasting our time. It's a lot of the prayers, actually, like, somebody said, 75% of the prayers Christians pray in church is a waste of time. 75%. Just waste of time. People are just praying amiss. And the reason why God doesn't seem to answer prayer is because there are some things that miracles will not do for you. So if you want to know those things and you want to discover about this, please go to Amazon and get it for $1 something. And then you could also read it for free on Kindle Unlimited. So all my books, actually, you can read them for free on Kindle Unlimited. Go to Kindle Unlimited and download them and read them for free. Or you could buy them, or if you want to buy many books or in bulk, then you could write to my office, dssbooks@gmail.com. If you are yet to join our mentorship program, it's free. You can join the mentorship program free of charge by going to sundayadelajablog.com/mentorship. sundayadelajablog.com/mentorship. And if you want to come for the HMT, which is coming up in November, just 1 month from now or 2 months from now, please write to hmt@godembassy.org. hmt@godembassy.org. And for those of you who want to be receiving our messages, if you like to be receiving our messages on daily basis, we are sending messages on daily basis. We would like you just get the number that is on the screen. The number is from WhatsApp, so it's just you can send us your WhatsApp number to our number, and we'll be sending the messages to you. So if you have people in Africa who don't have data, who cannot watch because of that, mutiro you, then
Right.
you can go ahead and send our number to them, let them add us to their contact list, or you could send us their number. Then we will be able to invite them. We will be able to add them to our own list and send messages to them on daily basis. So the telephone number is +38 098 596 3838 +38 098 596 3838. That is the WhatsApp number. Send it to your friends and family members, or send us their own numbers, and then we will be able to send these messages to them. Also, if you have not yet joined the mentorship, like I said, is SundayAdelajablog.com/mentorship. SundayAdelajablog.com/mentorship. To come for the HMT, just write to hmt@godembassy.org. And next Sunday, we'll be here again with Sola. And Sola will be here. Is it next Sunday you are doing the something, or you don't know yet? Oh, we lost him, eh? He's frozen. We lost him, yeah. You weren't there to them. Okay, no problem. Sola, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Okay. I said is it next Sunday that you are doing the report on the fundraising, or not yet? Not next Sunday.
It's going to be next Sunday or the one after next Sunday. We're looking at those factors I talked about. Banner,
why don't you just let us put it for the one after?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Let's just set it up like that.
Okay. The one, the last Sunday of the month.
Yes, that's on the 30th.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I'll announce to my team and we'll work towards that.
All right. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, everybody. It was nice to have all of you here. And thank you for blessing us, Sola. Blessings.
Come again?